Dear participants, welcome in the fifth unit of our certificate course on advanced academic writing for students in English studies. In this unit, which is titled as Research Paper Writing as a Response to a Literary Text, you are going to study the basics about how to write a research paper. The objective of the unit, this unit is designed to help students understand how a research paper in literature is logically organized. I would like to ask Mr. Clement that how do we define a research paper?
So a research paper in literature as a response to a literary text may be defined as a short piece of writing that discusses how a particular theme, idea, and concept get constructed in the work being analyzed. So
Okay.
that is a brief definition of a research paper.
A research paper, okay. And if we want to see structurally at this paper, then how can we think of the structure of a research paper?
So the structure of a research paper may consist of the title, the abstract, the introduction, the discussion, and the conclusion.
Okay, so dear friends, research papers also have their own different structures depending upon the disciplines. But when we want to generalize that what can be the very general structure of any research paper, then we can say that, well, it will have a title, a meaningful title, it will have an appropriate abstract, it will have a very a catchy introduction, a discussion will be very meaningfully and significantly argumentative, and the conclusion are the necessary parts of this research paper. So can you tell us something about these few components of the research paper writing?
So there are few components of research paper writing. So I thought about the component of an introduction. An introduction has three components, which are the report of object of study. So in this component, the writer has to state the importance of the importance of the study they are doing, why they have selected the topic they are dealing with. So they have also to include a brief summary of the other critics, so those who have talked about the study they are dealing with, and they have to include also the objective, what they are going to do, so in the discussion of their paper. So those are the component of the introduction. So we have also the discussion, which consists of showing how the object of the study is constructed in the literary work being analyzed. And we have also the conclusion, which summarizes or discusses key ideas developed in the discussion section. So those are the key components of a research paper in literature or in other disciplines.
Yeah, so dear participants, in this module you will get to know in detail about how to write, how to frame title, how to write abstract, how to have introduction for a research paper, discussions and the arguments, and the conclusion. These all things will be given in detail in this module. So what will be the exercises at the end of this module?
Students will have two types of exercises. The first exercise is about multiple choice questions, and the second exercise is about a write-up. So they have to write about they have to rewrite what they have done in the first unit, click, or how literature have shaped you. So they have to rework the exercise and include the title, appropriate abstract, a good introduction, and argumentative discussion, and a conclusion.
Yeah, okay, so your unit and exercises will be one multiple choice question test, which will have around 5 questions, and then the The write-ups on which you have worked in the previous 4 weeks, that write-up you will have to now reframe as a research paper. So the things that you are going to study about giving a meaningful title, appropriate abstract, a good introduction, argumentative discussion, and the conclusion that you have to add and submit as your work. At the end of this, what will be at the end of the course?
So at the end of the course, we'll have to submit the write-up on 5 topics. Some of the topics you have dealt with them in your registration. So the first topic is, how does any of the texts you have read or studied reflect the Indian culture and society, ideas of the time in which it was written? What commentary can you say about those issues? How does the question of gender rendered in any of the texts you have read or studied, or discuss about the handling of two culture by the diaspora in any of the texts you have read? Or you can select the first one about cinematic adaptation of books, or you can select one of your own topic. It must be a topic which is argumentative in nature.
Okay, fine, friend. So the final submission after your 5th unit will be connected with what you have written when you registered for this program. Remember, you were asked to write something in 500 to 1000 words when you registered. The same write-up, if you can now develop as an argumentative essay, argumentative assignment, or a research paper, it will be wonderful. And then let that be your final submission. But as mentioned by Mr. Clement, if you want to write on a completely separate topic, you are free to write. You are free to write. We'll be happy if you write on what you have written when you registered for the form. But you are free to select your topic at the end of the thing, but that will be your final submission after unit number 5. Remember, the final submission, don't forget to make the final submission after your activities or exercises of 5th unit. You will have ample time to submit your final assignment of this course. You will be awarded certificate only after your final assignment is submitted. And the entire grade sheet will be prepared based on the final submission. If you are doing all the activities, all the multiple choice tests, all the submissions you have done, but you have not submitted the final work, then we will not be able to give you the certificate for this particular course. I hope the things are very clear. In case if you have any doubt, you can always have a communication with us through our email ID or our online platform through which we are running this particular course. Wish you all the best for your final unit as well as final submission. Thank you all of you. Have a happy learning.